Welcome back to Two of a Kind. I'm Olivia,
And I'm Michelle.
and we're breaking down some travel news.
And may I say, Brooklyn might be greater than New York City. I'm saying it.
Okay, well, we'll do some comparisons just about the whole trip because Michelle and I each took a separate trip to New York.
Different weekends.
Different weekends, different people, different hotels, and we're gonna do some comparisons.
So let's get into it because
we love to compare things.
no, literally, we just want to know our experiences and comparing them, honestly.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I feel like it starts off with how are you getting there?
Yeah, exactly. And I think for a trip like New York, like Toronto, it's a driving type of trip. I think the road trip enhances the experience of going to these places.
I agree. The whole trip of everything starts in the car. Like, what snacks are you gonna have? What music are you listening to?
Where are you stopping for food?
It brings the vibes.
Honestly, it's like the pre-drink before going out. It's always a good time.
Wow, that was a really great.
I know the car ride is like the pre-drink of the destination.
It is, but I will say, when you're flying, I guess you don't have the same experience because although we're all together at the airport, we're scattered on the airplane. Don't talk to me on the airplane.
And the thing is, you think with the airplane, let's say going to New York, how long is the flight? Like an hour 45?
An hour and a half.
Okay, an hour and a half. You have to be at the airport an hour before. So now you're at 2.5 hours. Then you land there and you're waiting 30 minutes to get off? Now you're at 3 hours.
Yeah, and then the Uber there is usually about 45 minutes.
Exactly. So now you're at 4 hours. If you're flying Air Canada, you're delayed. So now it's like 5-6 hours. So you might as well just get into the car.
100, I agree with that, except if you're driving, if you're rotating the driver, it just sucks to be the driver.
I know. And see, that's the thing. When I went this time, I was passenger princess.
Yeah, it's passenger princess or nothing.
I know. I didn't even it wasn't even like, will Michelle drive? It's like I was in the back seat, pretend I'm not here. I took a nap.
AirPods on, don't talk to me.
I woke up, I was like, whoa, 2 hours flew. I was like, great job, guys. Keep it up.
Well, that's the pro about traveling with a parent also. We're full on adults, but you get to really bring out the child in you and not do anything.
Yeah, the second I'm with a parent, it's like I am 5 years old. Like, you take the lead.
Yeah, there's no thoughts because they have it planned. You don't have to recommend anything because they're doing their trip. You planned everything.
No, that's what I'm saying. I feel like that when you're a teenager, your parents are planning it, they have it going on. Now at this age, and I'm going somewhere, I know where I want to go, what I want to do, how to get there, how long I need to be there. I become the parent, and then the parents are following me because I'm like, this is this is where we got to go.
Honestly, I believe that because you're let's keep pace. Are you following along? This is what we're doing today. You have an itinerary.
Yeah, and I don't think they researched. So then it becomes that was literally what we said all trip. We're the parents. We have to do it.
Yeah, well, your trip you were going for a purpose.
So, okay, I was going, for a wedding, so a purpose, but my boyfriend's family, his entire family was invited. So I got into the car with him and his mom. So I didn't have to drive and it was lovely. I barely spoke and he's like, what's wrong? You're not speaking. And I'm like, I want to look out the window, listen to my music and not conversate for 8 hours. You know what I mean? We also left at 8 a.m. You think I have thoughts?
No, 100%. I've done that also, driving to Toronto, which, the math ain't mathing. If the drive to Toronto and New York is the same, something's off.
I know. How am I in a different country? I don't know.
It's bizarre. But when I'm doing that, I'm in the back seat, I'm like, don't talk to me.
Yeah, so that's what I was doing and I loved it. And he's like, you were so weird on the way here, so quiet. And I'm like, I want it to be.
Yeah, but what are you gonna discuss? How was your night?
No, I know. It's I small talk for a bit, but then you can sometimes even hear in the back. So you're like, what? And I'm like, okay, I just don't even want to speak. I'll be sitting in the back. I'll doze out.
Yeah, listen to your own stuff.
Yeah. So we got there. I went for Thursday to Sunday, which we could talk about that being the perfect time you need in New York. You need a Thursday night and 2 full days. And then Sunday I woke up, I was like, gotta get the fuck out of New York City.
It's always like that. The day you're going home, like you could not leave earlier. Like
No.
you're just down to get out.
And I'm always questioning the checkout. I'm like, they want me out of here at 10 a.m. Like, that's so early. It's Sunday. Like, we went out Saturday. You know, I understand 8 a.m. comes around. I'm up, ready, packed. Like, let's hit the road. So why am I complaining about 10 a.m. checkout?
I know. It's just like, it seems unreasonable. But then when you're in it, you're like, no, I can go home. I'm ready.
No, I remember we did that for Nashville. We're like, we need to ask for late checkout. Day comes around. We're like, did we need late checkout? Like, we're ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, but we're just trying to help our future selves out. Like, will I be hungover? I'm going to thank myself for this. But if I'm not, then whatever. It's fine.
But no matter how hungover I am, and I was passenger princess, I was like, let's get in the car.
Yeah, you can be hungover in the backseat.
Yeah, like, I just need to get going, you know? Like, I have 7 hours ahead of me.
100%.
But we got there Thursday night, and right away we get there. It's like 5 p.m. Everyone's like, we're gonna relax in our bedroom until dinner. Like, we're gonna take it easy. I literally look at my boyfriend. I'm like, we're in Brooklyn. I've never been in Brooklyn before. Like, we have to hit the town.
There's always two types of people when you're doing a vacation. People that need their downtime. Like, I need a break. I need to relax. And people who don't. And I'm someone who doesn't.
I don't need a break.
I'm here for 3 days. Why am I resting?
Yeah. Kid you not, like, I'm the only one that got to nap on the way there because I was passenger princess. So I'm like napping. We got there. I'm like ready to go. Steve's like, can I nap for like an hour? I'm like, but it's 5. Like, we gotta go.
The cards were in your favor this trip and everyone else has to deal with that.
Yeah. I literally changed my whole outfit. He was shook. I was like, what do you mean? Like, this is like now a night. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we went around Brooklyn and it's actually stunning. Stunning. How have we never been there before?
I don't know. And it's a bridge away, but it seems like an eternity away.
No, it's the perfect location. Like, I just want to get into this for a second. Why would I ever stay in the city again? It took me 11 minutes by train. 11 minutes.
No, it's actually.
I popped down in Soho.
I know. I think it's the life hack.
Life hack, because Brooklyn's also so cute. It's like very like suburban, but also city. And it's less packed, and they have like cute little shops around, like bakeries, like things to see. It's beautiful.
I've seen it online and I know people say it, but I don't believe anyone. But now that you went, like, I believe you and I trust you. So now Brooklyn's on the map for me.
Yeah. And it's like, then you would just take the train to the city.
Yeah. And you miss all the hustle and the bustle of the regular life there.
Yeah. You just like, honestly, it was great location.
I would have, next time I want to do that, but the weekend I did go was New York Fashion Week, and I'm not going for New York Fashion Week and staying in Brooklyn.
100%.
Like, that seems unreasonable to me.
Yeah, no, you have to stay in the city for that. You were also there a day less than me.
Too short.
Like, that one day means everything, and you don't have the time for the transportation.
And I know this because last time I went to New York, I was there for 4 days, like 4 full days, like a day too long. Now that you did that, you said it was perfect, and I did even shorter, and I know that's not enough. So really, like, you figured out the perfect recipe.
Yeah, it's 2 full days and a half.
Yeah.
It was perfect.
Because New York becomes just a shopping and eating trip, and doing that for 3 days in a row, you're done. You're capped.
Yeah. So needless to say, I was not gluten-free on my trip.
Oh, did you feel ill?
I felt ill the entire time, but like, I had to suck it up. Like, there's so much food, so much things to do. And, you know, I'm going to live my best life.
Yeah. Well, for someone who is not actually celiac, you're like, I can actually enjoy this.
Yeah, exactly. I knew I was going to do it. And like, it was 3 days, like back to back. And I had a food tour and I had like a list of restaurants I needed to hit.
Did you complete the list?
I completed the list, except I really wanted like a New York bagel sandwich. I didn't get that. But everyone keeps saying like Montreal bagels are better. But we can't go to, see, Montreal bagels are really good, but we can't walk into a bagel shop and get those sandwiches that they do.
I know, which is really bizarre. Like, we're missing out on a whole like niche.
No, somebody needs to make a bagel shop where you can go and like put all your like egg, lox, bacon, whatever. Because that's
Free
what I'm
idea.
missing. Yeah, no, literally. Because I don't know if their bagels are that much better, but I wanted the whole like sandwich experience.
But also, like, for someone that are from Montreal, like when I go somewhere else, I don't want a Montreal bagel. I want your bagel. I want that thick, like, where I can't even see a hole in the bagel type of bagel scooped out.
100%, and that's what I missed.
Yeah, here I don't even know. Do they do scooped bagels?
I think they're not as thick. So it's like, they're like, what are you scooping?
Yeah.
So that's the only thing I missed on my trip. But other than that,
Did you get a pretzel on the street?
I know I didn't, but I've gotten them before and I hate them.
Okay, last time I went to New York, I was convinced. I was like, I gotta get a bagel with some cheese. The
pretzel.
Yeah, stale. Cheese is not even melty. We did get nuts for nuts.
You don't understand. I kept telling everybody about Nuts for Nuts. Nobody knew what I was talking about, and we didn't see one.
I think it's more near Central Park. I don't know if you were in that area.
I did go to Central Park, but I didn't like see enough, I guess.
You can smell it before you see it.
I know. I didn't smell it though. And now everyone thinks I'm like a lunatic. I was like, Nuts for Nuts. They're like, what are you talking about?
Street food is something I don't gravitate in New York. And I know they have great vendors, the hot dogs, the shawarma, and people rave about them. And I never stop because I'm always so concerned about the restaurant I'm going to, the hyped bakeries that everyone's talking about.
I think a street food tour is like a trip on its own. Like if that's what you're doing, that's what you're doing.
Such a great idea.
You don't even have to book a restaurant. Like just do street foods and all the bakeries and all that stuff.
And you're going to save a buck ton.
That's the thing. Like it's so expensive. And I don't know if it's because you're in the city. Our dollar is shit. I don't know what it is, but it's fucking expensive.
So expensive. Well, when I went with friends and I didn't plan the trip. Big mistake. I should always be in charge of planning an itinerary because I just feel like I know all the great spots.
Yeah.
We went to the chains, like
You
Hassalon, Catch. And I don't want to be with a bunch of 20-year-olds.
No, 100%.
That's what
They're too popular, those places, and they're chains.
It's
like,
me and all the babies, and I don't want to be with the babies.
No.
I don't want to be with them. And it's just like been done. I want a New York restaurant, a little table, a cute little terrace, not these industrial size restaurants.
Yeah.
Where I'm spending $1,000 per person for shit food, but like, oh my God, there's an ambiance. But I'd rather take away from my ambiance and get good food.
100%. And see, that's the thing. You have to reserve those little places though, because if you don't, there's no way you're getting in.
Oh, 100%. We were 8 people, so we were not getting in.
Yeah.
Like restaurants in New York don't accommodate for groups of 8.
No, I was the planner of the trip and I actually planned restaurants and booked things. And the parents didn't. And they were like, okay, well, we're going to see where we want to go for dinner, like when we get there. Like, no. I know I'm going to New York for these amount of days. Like I'm booked and busy. I know exactly what's going on. And though I come across like probably a bit bitchy to be like, I want to go here, we're walking here. I want to go there, we're going there. Because nobody has a plan. I can't work like that. I'm sorry, I can't work like that.
No, me too. It's chaos. Total chaos.
It's total. And we get out of the hotel. It's like, well, where are we going? What do we do? Because we took the metro. We hopped off at Times Square. So now we're in Times Square. They're like, which direction? Like, where do we go? And I'm like, I know I'm going to Magnolia Bakery, so put that in the GPS, and on our way there, whatever you see, we could stop. But like, I'm putting in this destination.
No.
And that's what we did. And like, thank God, because nobody knows what they're doing.
Someone has to be captain of the ship on a vacation, and that was you.
Yeah, I was passenger princess for the rides, but when we got there, captain of the ship.
And they need that. I'm like that too. I like an itinerary. I like to know where I'm going. This trip, I really took a back seat. I was like, you know what? It was John's friends. I was like, they're planning it.
You gave them the benefit of the doubt, and lesson learned.
Lesson learned. I should have known better, but lesson learned. I was just very go with the flow.
Laissez faire.
There was go with the flow, but there was no flow. And that was the biggest issue.
Yeah. Because they didn't plan anything. It was like this restaurant at night, but then the whole day, like, where are we going?
And then you cancel the restaurant at night because you think no one's making it. Biggest mistake there is. I think if you are going to a restaurant and you booked it for 4 people or more, before you take executive decisions on anything with that reservation, you got to ask everyone.
I couldn't agree more. The fact that you didn't even know it was canceled until an hour before dinner is wild.
Yeah, let me give like context to the story. It's New York Fashion Week. It's Saturday night. Well, Saturday day. We go to a day party. We're all having the time of our life. Date great party. So that I'll give like kudos to. As we're going to this day party, the group, besides myself, we're talking about, we're going to be too drunk to make it to dinner. I don't know how you already know this information, but that's what they're deciding. So they're like, yeah, we're not going to make it. Let's cancel a reservation that didn't need a credit card put down.
New York Fashion Week weekend.
Insanity.
Insanity.
So we get out of the day party. It's like 6 p.m. We're like, Buzz, we got to keep this going till dinner. So I'm like, okay, let's find a rooftop. We're all going to chill and just like keep the buzz alive until dinner at 8:45. I swear, everyone looks at me. They're like, but dinner reservation was canceled. I'm like, what? They're like, yeah, we thought we were going to be too drunk to make it to dinner. I was literally like flabbergasted. I was like, how do you cancel a group reservation for 8 people 6 hours before you know if you're going to want to go or not?
And I feel like your feelings are validated. There's no way that should have flew.
No way. I was like stunned. I remember like I group chatted the group chat. I was like, wait, you guys canceled the reservation? Because at this point, everyone went back to the rooms to change for dinner that we were not going to.
Okay.
Then I FaceTimed them. I was like, this is moronic behavior. I've never seen anyone behave like this. Why would you cancel a reservation you didn't have to put a credit card down for? It's New York Fashion Week. It's Saturday night in New York. John was like, oh my God, stop. They're like never going to want a vacation with you ever again.
I don't want a vacation with them ever again.
I said, who's going to teach them a lesson?
You will.
I'm here for a reason. Like, that's just like a no-go.
Yeah.
And they'll never make that mistake again.
No.
At least not with me.
No, never. They're going to ask you 100%.
No, next time every reservation's on me and cancellations will be on me if need be.
No, I actually canceled the reservation. I booked Cicconi's for Saturday night with another restaurant, and I literally asked every person, like, should I cancel this one?
Respectable.
And because I know how to run a ship. That's the thing. Like, I know what's going on.
100%. My trip, there was captains that have never been a captain before.
No, and at that point, like, you're just a crew member, like.
No, they were
dock up.
There wasn't even crew members. They were like passengers.
Yeah.
I was a crew member trying to work a little bit, but like couldn't.
You know when you doing a job and you feel like you're doing like everyone's job? Like that was you. You were like, you were captain. You were the stew. You were.
I was a deckhand.
A deckhand. You're doing it all.
I was a primary guest.
Yeah, like honestly doing it all. That's honestly how I felt. And like at some point Steve was like, okay, you're running the ship too hard, you know? And I'm like, no, like I felt like literally sometimes like I told Steve, I'm like, we're the parents, like whatever we say is going because nobody has any like mindset of where to go.
The thing is, I think most people like direction. I think they don't want to take it, so that's why it never gets done because no one wants that responsibility. But when someone steps up and they're good, I think everyone appreciates it.
And I'm the one that booked the restaurants, and like sometimes like the parents, let's say, would be like, well, what are you doing tonight? And like all his cousins would be like, oh, well, Michelle booked a restaurant here for like 6 people. We're like 12, but I just did the max of 6. And I kept having to say, so I don't look like a fucking bitch, like, sorry, can I swear on the pod?
Yeah.
Okay.
We check off no, not for kids when we upload this.
I kept saying like, don't worry, like I could cancel the reservation. I just can't go anywhere without reserving something, you know? So like all trip, I was like, but we don't have to go there. 100%.
You need a backup. I can go with the flow, but the second we don't want to do that, we need a backup.
Yeah. And then Steve took reins at some point, and like by the end of it, me and him were like, we dominated this trip, like pat ourselves on the back.
So why didn't you go to Cicconi's?
Because we went to this other restaurant called Osteria and it had better reviews. And honestly, because of your bad experience of chains, I was like, why am I going to a chain restaurant in New York? I want to go to a little cute restaurant that there's only one of them.
Yeah, I'm never a fan of a chain restaurant.
And honestly, Cicconi's was near Time Out Market, which I was there on Thursday. Like I saw the restaurant. So I was like, I don't need to like come back to this area.
Yeah, you're like, let's go eat dinner somewhere else.
It did look good though. People were eating outside. It looked like really cute vibes, really nice food.
So when you go out for dinner, what is the bill situation? Because you guys are not like, do you say one bill and everyone splits it?
They, I think, just give one bill and we all put our credit cards and they take it and divide it.
So no matter if you ordered a little appetizer or someone ordered a main with a dessert, everything's being split evenly.
To be honest, when we went for dinner, like everyone got a plate, like a main. So it wasn't a concern. Like it's not like someone didn't eat.
No, but know? I think... Yeah, but I agree with that. I think when I go with friends, like no matter what, I think we all split it.
Yeah.
No matter if you get an appetizer or I didn't get a drink. I think if like you're going, especially a group of 6, you just gotta go with the mindset that we're splitting.
Exactly. But when we went to little like lunch spots or like cafes, like everyone is on their own. Like we're not splitting that, you know?
Yeah, you're ordering your own thing.
Yeah, exactly. It worked out really easily, honestly.
And what, because you picked all the restaurants, was everyone on board with the pricing?
That's a great question. I didn't ask, but everyone knew the restaurants, so it's on them to search it up. And if you want to come, I'm assuming you did your homework.
True. And I feel like on vacation, everyone's willing to splurge a little more.
Yeah, but like you said, it's so expensive in New York City. Like now that I'm thinking of it, we went to an Italian restaurant on Saturday and my pasta was $30, which is fine. But then when you think it's Canadian dollars, like I paid like $40 for a plate of pasta. Like it's a bit crazy.
Yeah.
And that was in Brooklyn, but it's really cute Brooklyn. I'm just saying, like kind of expensive.
How was the vibe of the restaurant?
It was really cute. I got like pasta where it was like they made it table side with like the truffle and shit.
Okay, that's effort.
Yeah. No, honestly, it was really good. Like I'm not complaining. I'm just saying like it is a bit pricey.
Yeah.
For pasta. And you would think, sorry, like rant off for 2 seconds, like New York is such a Jewish place. Like there were signs saying like Happy Rosh Hashanah, like Happy New Year, like whatever. And I'm like, we don't have this in Montreal. Like nobody's promoting that. But then the amount of Italian food that there is, I'm like, this is crazy. It's very like an Italian Jew situation.
Yeah. Oh my
I
God,
loved
we
it.
fit right in.
Yeah, literally I fit right in. And Steve's favorite food is American Italian food. So it was like loving it.
Why are you saying American Italian?
Because like the pizza's an American pizza.
We're going to go on a rant about how we hate Italian pizza.
No, it wasn't like, you know, like pizza from Italy
You
or
can
like.
hold it.
Yeah, exactly. Like just like there's like a thick New York slice. Like there's just like American style. And like the portions are a bit bigger, I would think. Americans, you know? So, but besides that, it was like honestly great. I ate so much dessert. Like the amount of bacon. Like I was going, my hunt was like Le Vin Bakery. Like everyone thinks like going somewhere crazy. I asked for like 1 cookie. They're like, that's what you're getting? I'm like, this is why I came. Like for this cookie.
But the thing is about New York, on every inch of that city's covered with a bakery, a shop, or a restaurant. So the fact that your whole trip is based on like the next food destination is normal, because what else are you doing there?
No, exactly.
And you're with his family, so how deep are you going in the shopping?
Honestly, we kind of like, us kids like took our, I'm like calling us children, but like we kind of like let them be, and only Saturday during the day did like some adults tag along. And like I don't know if that was rude, but we just had places we wanted to go.
Well, yeah, they're adults, they can do their own trip.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we invited. We don't say no.
Yeah, and I doubt they want to spend the whole weekend with you guys too, so
I'm sure they wanted to. Like we had the best time.
they did nothing.
When we come back, like we went out Friday like all day. We come back like get ready for the wedding type of thing. We were out at 9 a.m. Then we realized like nothing's open till like 10, 11. Like what are we doing? But anyways, we got back at like 4ish to get ready. And when I heard about other people's days, I'm like, it's because we had the wedding at night. You know what I mean? It's like they don't want to do too much. But I'm like, you didn't really do anything.
But that goes back to the thing. Some people like to rest on vacation. Some people want to get out and get going.
I agree. But this was not a resting vacation. This was like a weekend trip.
No, and I believe that. Same with me. Saturday, I think most people stayed in the room until we had our day party. And it was 9 o'clock. My eyes shot open and I was ready for the day.
Yeah.
I literally left my hotel room. I texted John, by the way, I'm going to Soho. Text me when you're up. I went out there. I did like a walk around. I went to like, from where I was in Soho, I walked to like Canal Street, like Chinatown.
Yeah.
Then on my way back, stores started to open. And then I started my shopping at like literally 10:30.
Yeah.
I was going.
No, like I don't have time to waste sitting on my bed in my hotel room.
And I don't want to be in my hotel room.
No.
My hotel room was 11 Howard. Gorgeous hotel. Pitch black. I'm like, they don't want us to see in here. What are they hiding?
What do you mean in the room there's no lights?
No lights. There's like a little lamp. I think they're trying to cultivate a vibe, but the vibe is dark.
Like I can't get ready in here.
I can't see anything. In the bathroom trying to do my makeup, there's like little like bronzy lights around the mirror. I'm like, girl, who designed this?
Yeah.
Even the hallway was like pitch black. Like your eyes have to adjust to the darkness. It's crazy.
Wow, I did not think it was like that.
Yeah, it was a beautiful, cute hotel. There's also like a bar on the bottom and at the top called The One.
Yeah.
No, The Bond. Very cool also, but very dark.
I'm guessing it's the vibe they want to go to.
Yeah, it's not a happy vibe.
I love my hotel. I swear to God, if I go back to Brooklyn, like I would stay there.
Okay, good thing you know it, because if I go back to New York, I think I'll stay in Brooklyn.
And it's like right next to our friend who lives there. So it was like, she like loved that I was so close. Like I texted her when I got back Saturday from like the day. I was like, oh, come over whenever, we'll get a drink at the bar before dinner. She's like, I'm actually like 8 minutes from you. Like, cause she like walked. I was like, oh, come. Like she like loved it.
Yeah.
That's another thing. I think the fam was like, here Michelle is with her friends, like have to have her friends. Like everywhere we went, I'm like, we're going here. Like meet us here, meet us there.
No, but if that's not me to the T.
Like I'm here with the family, but like my friend's here, so she's coming. I'm like, we booked 6. Somebody's like, okay, so you have an extra spot. I'm like, no, my friend's coming.
No, if that's not me, I do that in Toronto. I've done that in Florida. I've gone out for dinner with John and his family, and I'm like, can my friend come to this dinner?
Yeah, like she's here. Like she's gonna come.
Yeah, whatever. Family's friends, family, friends.
Yeah, everyone got along too. It's so nice.
Yeah. Okay, so because I was in New York on New York Fashion Week for the 100th time, I was like, I need to see a celebrity and a model. Those were like my bucket list.
Right.
We're walking when we get there Friday for a lunch. There's no lunch reservation made. Shocker. Where are we eating for 8 people? We're like walking down the streets like
Would
homeless.
you guys split up?
I think like we were all excited. We just landed. Like we all want to be together.
Right.
Either way, every restaurant was fully booked. And the time we were ready to eat, it was like 2:33, which is really like fucking witching hour. It's not lunch. It's not dinner.
Yeah.
Places are closed.
You don't want to eat too much because you have dinner.
And places are closed. Like they open for lunch and they'll shut down before they open for dinner.
Right.
So it was just hard. So
This was like literally forecasting your trip.
yeah, it foreshadowed everything.
Yeah.
So we're walking around and I walk into a restaurant, see if they have space. They don't. I walk out and John looks at me. He's like, oh my God, I think that was a real housewife. A real housewife. He doesn't know who because he doesn't know their names. But just from me watching, he's seen it. I followed this girl through the restaurant. Like I saw her. She was in all white. I had to follow her to her table. Already the restaurant, when I walk in, there's a receptionist and she told me there was no space. But I walked back in following this girl. Everyone was probably like, where's
What's
this
going
girl?
on? Yeah.
Followed this girl to her table. I walked around the table so I can see the front of her. And I realized it was Meredith Marks.
I don't know who that is.
Real Housewives of Salt Lake City.
Okay.
I'm telling you, when you see these women just as gorgeous as they are on TV, it's so rewarding.
I believe it.
I'm like, you are just gorgeous.
Wow. I'm happy that you conquered one thing.
Yeah, so I saw a celebrity, which was great. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to see so many all weekend.
Yeah.
That was it. Like, it was one and done, but everyone blends in.
No, I feel like there's no paparazzi. Everyone's casual, cool. Like their looks are all like the same. So I feel like you wouldn't notice them.
No, and like if we're going somewhere to dress up, everyone's dressed up, whether you're a celebrity or not. So I don't notice them. They become celebrities. They're just like us. So that was that. Then one day we're walking, we leave our hotel room and there was an outdoor fashion show.
Ooh.
Yeah, there was like cameras everywhere. I guess the designer was there. I have no idea who it was, but we saw models. I've never seen a model in real life.
They tall?
Really tall, skinny, gorgeous, doing their catwalk.
I've never seen a model in real life either.
It's crazy. I need to start walking without looking down.
Yeah. There's so many things I need to start.
Because they're walking so well and they're just posture looking straight.
Yeah.
I loved it. So at least I saw that. Honestly, I'm trying to find the silver lining in all this.
No, literally, like at least one thing good happened on your trip, and it was seeing celebrities and famous people
and a model.
Yeah, that's great. I'm at least that,
and that's really about it.
Okay, I feel like all in all, my trip was better, and I just want to say this is what you got to do. Got to drive to New York.
Okay, I just want to say when I flew there, flying there, I feel like is never an issue. Like. We get there when we get there. It's always going home. For some reason, it's delayed. And I was delayed from Air Canada going back home. But at that point, I didn't really care. Like, I'm going back home.
But, like, I could have told you that.
Yeah. But we did have access to a lounge. So, like, it makes it better. I'm, like, eating their food. I'm just, like, chilling.
Yeah. But still, like, once you're going home, like, you want to get home. That's another thing. I was going home on Sunday, and we stopped. And because it was, like, the Jewish holiday, Chick-fil-A was closed. at this like en route or whatever.
Wait, why was Chick-fil-A closed? Because
Aren't they a Jewish company?
no way. So they closed for Jewish holidays?
I think so. Unless it was just like a Sunday.
That's a fun fact. I've never heard of a fast food chain.
Wait, I made this fun fact up. Hold on.
Yeah, fact check that. But that's good that you stopped at a...
Is Chick-fil-A Jewish? That was such a bad Google search.
I feel like it was clear enough, though. If Google knows anything. But either way, if you didn't have Chick-fil-A, what, you had
okay, maybe
Shake
it was
Shack?
just because it was Sunday and they're closed Sundays.
Oh,
My bad.
They were like a Christian restaurant. Like,
Yeah. So Shake Shack line was fucking long. Sorry, to get Shake Shack wasn't long. We got on the line 2 seconds later. We ordered. Then we're standing there for so long, and we realized there were so many people waiting, and it took us like 35 minutes to get our food.
awful.
I'm like, Chick-fil-A, first of all, is losing out so much money
Okay.
for not being open right now. Everyone's driving home on Sundays. Like, we're all stopping at this en route. Another thing is, Shake Shack knows that Chick-fil-A right next to them is closed Sunday. Like, where's more staff? You know, let's get it together a little bit. So it delayed us like an hour and a half probably. But other than that, driving's the way to go. I'm going to say it.
Yeah, I do agree. Like, I agree. Sometimes
It costs you like, if you're a group of 4 people, like what, $20 to get there and $20 to get back?
Yeah, and then you rotate who's driving like a
It's
couple hours.
so not bad. And it's like such a fun vibe. And it's an easy drive.
You're right. Like, it is. I think the next time I go to New York, I'm just going to drive it.
Second thing, no chain restaurants. You just have to literally eat New York, like eat in little restaurants, like no chains.
No, I agree. And I don't even want that restaurant because I feel like a lot of New York restaurants are also in Florida. Like, if you're in Florida, I don't want you in New York when I go to New York.
Yeah.
I want pure, like, a New York restaurant.
And reserve it.
Yes.
And like New York to me, when I go, it's a foodie trip. Like, I'm not going to just shop. Like, I'm going for the food. It's food and like barely shop. You know what I mean?
No, I like a shop because I like to hit the stores that we don't have.
100%. But then I'm walking, like I was walking in Soho and stuff. And like, there are little like boutiques and stores that I don't know. But it's like, I'm not even intrigued to go into them because I have no idea what the store is. But then again, like, those are the stores I should be going into.
Yeah, you want to go somewhere you don't have.
But it's like, I don't know these stores.
I actually went into Forever 21
Okay, I saw it.
when I was there because I was like, oh, like, I missed you. When I walk in, it's not even good anymore. Like, I remember being good in Montreal.
But that was like years ago.
Yeah, we were probably younger.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
I went into the Zara being like, oh my God, down to see the Zara. And I was only looking at the clothes that said US market only. Because I'm like, everything else, like, I'm going to get.
oh, I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah.
It literally says a sign.
On the tag, like if you're looking at the tags.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like you won't get it in your Zara.
That's so sad. They're like, fuck everyone else. Like, we're just selling here. You're in the
Yeah.
factory. Just ship it out.
I know. But no, so I was looking at those type of clothes. But I wasn't, because like my primary focus was like the food. Like the thought of changing and trying on clothes like just wasn't for me.
Yeah, no, I agree with that because my primary trip was focused on alcohol and getting drunk,
Yeah.
which I succeeded at, but I would have liked to do other things.
Yeah.
So good to know. I didn't check off a pizza. I didn't check off a bagel. I didn't do a bakery of some sort. I did get coffee somewhere. That was really good. It was actually
The
really-
more you talk about your trip, the more I'm feeling bad for you.
Me too. What a waste of money.
No, literally like the worst weekend.
Like, I
And you were gluten free, which is fine, but like, oh my God, you didn't do anything.
can I just talk about that gluten free? We went to Hasselon. You're a huge restaurant. Don't I go and I tell the guy, like, I'm gluten free. He's like, don't worry. Whatever we make, like, I'll just make it gluten free. Like, it doesn't matter. Or if you legit can't eat it, I'll let you know. We ordered this raw sushi plate, like with caviar, sashimi. And I think some of the fish were in the soy sauce. So he's like, don't worry, I'll get gluten-free soy. I'm like, perfect. No one's going to know that.
Yeah.
It comes, everyone's digging in. And like, it just dawned on me, should I ask this guy? He's like, oh, sorry, I forgot to tell the kitchen. It's like, bro, your only job here was to do like the gluten-free. Just tell the kitchen.
Yeah, that's so annoying.
I was like, you're Hasselon.
Yeah, like it's a nice expensive restaurant. Like get it together.
Get it together. So like that like just pisses me off.
Yeah, I agree.
But where was I going?
I don't know. You wouldn't do a chain. Oh, gluten free. Like just like that was the story.
Oh wait, I was gonna say the coffee shop I went to. The coffee shop was like on both sides of the street. So like we walked in on one side and then you can like hop out and go to the other side. Like you skipped a whole turn.
It was a corner?
No. In the middle of a street. Like you didn't have to do the entire street. You got to hop through.
Okay.
I was like, this is so legit.
Interesting.
Very interesting. Very cool, honestly, because I got people from both sides.
Yeah. At least you had good coffee. Like joy. Thank God. Thank God I went to New York. Got myself a good coffee. We'll be back.
We will be back.
I feel like it fall's a nice time to go.
Yeah, there's obviously certain times of the year where you're going to be traveling to certain places. And New York is really just, you can go all year round.
They have the cutest like Christmas time vibe. Fall is really nice. I feel like there. Spring, I feel like it's an all year round thing.
All year round thing, which is great.
And we'll stay with our friend when we go.
Yeah, now that we have housing, which is really just going to save on the money.
Yeah. No, we'll stay with her. It'll be great.
And we'll drive and I'll be passenger princess.
We're going to share the drive. Like, driving is the worst when it's so early. You just want to take a nap.
I think if you're driving and you're splitting the drive with friends, you got to be first.
Yes.
You want to just get in there. Everyone's talking, so everyone's awake with you.
Yeah.
Because 3 hours in, you got people passed out.
I know, it's lonely. But the person next to you has to stay awake. Co-pilot needs to be awake.
Yeah, and be playing good music. Maybe also be looking at the GPS in case you're zoning out.
Yeah. So that's the thing. Steve and his mom were like driver and co-pilot. So they didn't need me.
No, and then it's like too many chefs in the kitchen.
Yeah.
You did them a favor and passed out.
Yeah. Literally on the way back, we took his nonna with us. And so we were in the back. And like I woke up from my nap and like she was sleeping too. And I'm like, look at us. We're just like passed out in the back seat. These people are like struggling.
Living your best life.
Yeah.
Also, when I packed for this trip, which I'm learning to do, is literally coordinate my outfits. So I don't overpack. I had a little carry-on and I had room.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and I feel like that's the key to packing, especially for short trips, your outfits and your set.
I did the same thing as you because you gave me the advice. The only thing is I didn't pay attention too much to the weather. I just figured like it was going to be warmer than here. And when I looked, I was like, oh, 24 degrees. That's hot, which it is. But it was like a windy 24 and I'm like blowing in the wind.
I know.
So there was one day I mismanaged my clothing, but I brought stuff. So it was fine.
And you're in New York. It's not like you're.
No, like I was fine with what I had. Like there wasn't a stress. But yeah, packing to the T. You don't even have to think about making outfits when you're there. Like you just know what's going on.
I know what's going on. I think next time I have to leave a little bit more room for shopping because I did shop.
But you wouldn't have to if you drove.
True.
You just bring the bag.
Well, I
see. Like,
no, usually if I'm flying and I'm just bringing a carry-on, I'll bring 2 carry-ons. But this time I literally just had my rolling luggage and my purse.
Yeah.
Usually like you have something else to put something in, but I was like, no, I don't need anything.
Yeah.
Like a loser.
I bought something, but I just got to carry it in the car.
Yeah, see, you lucked out. So I think all in all, your trip was better.
And I'm a Brooklyn baby. I think Brooklyn honestly is like the way to go.
Yeah, I'm going to do that next time. I think New York, like, how many times can you visit the city and do the same thing?
That's what I'm saying. You're not going for any purpose other than like eating the food. I'm not going to New York to shop. I'm not like, I gotta go to New York. I need new clothes.
And once you've been and you've seen all the things you need to see, you're not going to go back to see those same things.
No.
It hasn't changed.
Yeah. Like, I'm good for like half the year now. Like, I don't need to go back.
Yeah, like, well, next year.
Yeah, like, I'm good to go.
I think I've done a New York trip every year because it's like so close.
I haven't been to New York in a while.
Yeah, it's true. Last time we went.
I didn't go.
No. Well, next time we'll do Brooklyn. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next episode and feel free to like, subscribe, and leave a nice comment.
Bye.